Do you remember the first DVD you ever got?
Actually, I do remember
You
my
would.
first
You
DVD.
would. Probably an Arnold movie.
That's what I was thinking.
Damn, she
right?
called
Yep.
it. She
Big surprise.
called it. The Sixth Day was my
That was a good
first
one.
DVD.
DVDs were like $90 and $100 back then.
No, it
What?
Hey,
Where were you buying
No.
DVDs at,
anytime
man?
I ever saw them, they were
where were
like,
you buying DVDs, dude? All right, we're back from spring break. We took a little spring breaker there, guys.
dude, that movie
Everybody-
was shit. We don't talk about it.
No, we're not talking about that movie. I'm just saying, welcome. Hey,
Howdy.
before we get started, you remember, did you guys know that I uploaded a vlog and 2 shorts and the last episode 42?
When?
Yeah, because I didn't get no
I
notifications.
didn't get any
See?
notifications.
Hey.
I'm not the only one that happened to.
That's not on you. That's YouTube's fault. That's YouTube's fault.
Man,
I just wanted to do it in stealth mode and see if anybody was just paying attention. But it's not your fault. It's not your fault.
well, I have the bell turned on to tell me, and it didn't.
I know it's YouTube. YouTube
It's
YouTube.
saying it told me and it didn't.
YouTube sucks
They'll
sometimes.
do that, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I didn't get the notification at all.
it's like you're working
Watch the
to
phone.
get that YouTube money. Sometimes, because that's a little extra. It's nice, but yeah. Anyway, no.
All right.
Now tonight, I just thought it'd be cool to talk about our first time.
Some of us haven't had that yet.
Ooh.
Some
No.
of us are good boys.
I mean, our first time, like a first time experience with a movie, like in a theater, watching, just something that,
Crazy events.
yeah. Anybody have any?
I have a
Story?
couple. After thinking about it, I have a couple of stories. I'm glad you gave me
few.
time to think about it.
Yes, some first time experience.
I got a few.
So, I went and seen. I was on a date. I was like 12, 13 maybe. So it was like one of my first like dates, and we went and seen the Scorpion King. Like Dwayne
Johnson.
Johnson's like first movie,
Yep.
and it looked awful. But his Scorpion in the Mummy movie looked awful, not the Scorpion King. I actually kind of liked the Scorpion King. I think that there could have been something better happening, but anyways, we went and seen that for the first time, and like we got through the very first battle, like right before he goes on his journey to eat the scorpion and stuff. The thunderstorm was so bad it actually knocked the power straight out of the whole theater. And I don't know if you've ever been in one of those without the lights on, but
much fun.
my gosh,
Be
it
playing
was
tag?
crazy.
Yeah.
You couldn't see, and it was scary because like I said, I'm like 12 and 13 at the time. It's pitch black. I'm with this random dude. My parents are there, but they're sitting several aisles back. I'm not going to be able to see them. It was terrifying until they finally like got the emergency lights on. Absolutely terrifying
She's like,
for a
"Hey,
13-year-old.
Mom, I can't see you. You think I'm blind? This guy's touching my wiener.
Oh my god.
It was just sheer panic. Everybody was like screaming at first, and then it got real quiet whenever the floodlights finally popped on.
One of my favorite first time experiences is going to see Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2 and at the midnight show in 2004, and it was so awesome because like
You'd
I
have,
didn't.
been, you'd have been, what, about 15, 14
Yeah,
at that
I was
time?
15.
Yeah.
I couldn't drive, and this it's just like a big special memory moment for me because I was like telling my mom all day. I was like, "Mom, come on." I was like, "Can you take me to see this movie?" And she goes, "Oh yeah, I'll take you to see the movie. What time?" And then I'm like, "Well, it starts at midnight." She goes, "At midnight?" She had no idea. And she goes, "On a school night Thursday night on midnight?" And I'm like, "Mom." Or no, it wasn't school. This is in the middle of summer. Sorry, I don't know why.
I promise, Mom, I'll get up for the fictitious school I have tomorrow.
I
Oh my gosh.
threw myself a little way back, but I remember going, and I guess at the time, because you got to cut out technology and all the stuff that we had at the time, that I got to know, like, you know, when I went home at some point, when that opened up that Friday, people were going to see it. I had already seen it.
Oh,
And I was excited.
I'm like
took a
waiting for
long
this
time to
giant
get to that.
climax.
Right?
No,
God.
Well, I mean, you're going to be waiting for a while on that one.
it kind of was, because I mean, it was like I was so excited to see this movie, and the fact that there was a midnight show, and I was like, I didn't know they did that,
Yeah.
and that was the first time.
That's
So
pretty cool.
the fact that I got to see it, and then people would be going to see it, and they'll be like, you'd be waiting in line, and like, oh man, I can't wait to see it. And I'm like, I saw it at midnight. And this was, you know, when stuff was actually at midnight,
So,
before they started doing the special 7, 8, 9
Oh, yeah.
screenings. And
Dead Midnight.
anyway, that was one of my first time experiences.
Novocaine.
Oh, I want to see that.
I saw it a week before it came out.
You guys seen Novocaine
Yes.
a week before it came out?
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Edwardsville was one of the only theaters that got it. They did like 50 in the whole United States.
Oh, was it the Mystery?
Huh?
Was it the Mystery movie?
No. It was just, they were just doing it a week early.
They did that
And-
with the monkey too.
And dude,
Yeah, I know we missed that.
so people are online like, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait till next week. And I'm like, I already saw it, guys. It's awesome. And they're like,
Lucky.
what? How? And I'm like, I bootlegged it. I'm like, no.
Wow.
But no. So like, it was really
Went
cool
through
because
for pirating.
and you would have thought that there would have been more people. There was like 4 of us in there.
Oh wow.
I'm like, dude, I love that. I'm like, whenever there's just like me and who I'm with in the theater, makes it so much better.
Yeah. Dalton, what's the first for you?
The first for me would be seeing like my first horror movie in your grandma's basement, and then we had to sleep in the basement, and it was scary as hell. We could not sleep at all that night.
Oh yeah,
I didn't, anyways.
oh yeah,
It was bad. I kept feeling like somebody was gonna walk up behind me the entire time.
I remember.
It was horrible.
Did you forget to
He
set
wasn't
the timer?
helping either.
Yeah.
Oh
So
no.
good. So
I was
good.
gonna say I remembered what time we started,
So good. It's all good, y'all.
Quit it.
but
I thought I felt something.
that's funny. So you guys were freaked
I was
out.
terrified. I don't think he was because he had seen this stuff before, but to me that was like a whole new thing.
Yeah, you were like a
I was-
sheltered child.
Yeah, I was. I was like 11 or something at the time.
Which is so
Or-
weird because you
12.
look at him and
My
you
bad.
wouldn't peg that.
Yeah.
No.
No.
TJ,
played
what's
off
the
well.
first for you?
Other than Novocaine?
Was that your first like
No.
movie seeing before the rest of the public?
Oh no.
I mean, just
Well, then
recently.
it's not a
Oh,
first.
No.
Why would that be his first story if it's not a first?
I don't know. It came to my head.
Came to his head.
I gotta think because I mean that's
Yeah, you gotta think.
Well,
oh,
we'll
TJ's
circle
thinking.
back.
That's
We'll
been a
circle
long
back.
time.
We'll circle
About
back
our
to you.
first double feature when we saw Grindhouse.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I
That was
don't think
the
they really
first-
do that anymore, but
that was
Ooh,
the first
I
time
just realized what mine
experience. That
was.
was. Oh,
I don't know why he said double feature and it clicked in my head.
Well, come on, because I want to spare mine.
Guardians 1 and 2.
oh,
Oh yeah, was
Sweet.
that your
Uh,
first double feature?
Yeah. Well, no, that's the first time I can think of seeing anything early.
Oh, okay.
Because I went. You were supposed to go, but you got called into work because you were going to meet up with us. It was in Edwardsville,
when?
like 10 years ago.
Oh,
This is like right after.
I definitely missed that.
This is like right after I had met you and did Rave Master with you,
Yeah, I definitely missed that one.
and it was so we saw Guardians 1 and 2 in 3D, IMAX 3D.
God, is that
And-
movie 10 years old now?
Yeah, 2 is. And I hadn't even seen 1 yet because I, just didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And Marvel actually was there. and they were doing giveaways and stuff like that. Like I got T-shirts and the Volume 1 and 2 soundtrack
Okay.
way before it came out to the public. But we got to see 2, like, oh, God, I want to say it was like 3 or 4 days before it actually dropped.
That's cool.
And we paid $20 to see both of them.
That's
Sweet.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
My
Nice.
very first, mine was actually a triple featurette.
Jesus. Shit.
And I tell you what, me and my sister got tickets. It was like $30, okay, for both of us.
That's not bad.
Well, $60 total, but because it was 30 a piece. But we went. It was Battle of the Four Armies. They had The Hobbit 1, 2, and 3 playing. We were there all day watching all 3 of these movies, and then the final movie was the brand new movie that nobody had seen yet. We got free posters, lanyards, and some other stuff. I still have it all upstairs.
So technically, it wasn't a triple; it was a quad. If you saw the new movie as well, you said Hobbit.
Battle of Four Armies was the new movie. It's a trilogy. Idiot.
No, you said Hobbits 1, 2, and 3, and then you said that movie.
Yes, 1, 2, and 3. The newest one.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Oh my God.
I'm like, I heard 4 movies out of that.
You were the only one. You were the only one that it
said
hurt
1,
the
2,
brain.
and 3.
Okay. But anyways, it was a fantastic experience. I loved it. If I could do it again for the first time, I would 100%.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
It was amazing. It was worth the entire day.
Well,
and I mean, it was all day.
And
Yeah.
like $30. I mean, that's not bad.
Oh yeah, no, for 3 movies and
It's like
one of them
$10
being
a
a
movie.
stellar. Yeah,
And they're long movies.
they are. They are.
They're really
And
good.
we all know I like the extended edition.
And, you can't really find anything to do for $30 anymore.
No, not today. But I mean, this was some time ago. I don't even remember when the third movie, what year it came out.
I miss those theater going experiences.
It's our last one was Deadpool and Wolverine, wasn't it? Or did we get out for something else?
I thought you went and seen something with Dutch. I thought it was Sonic 3.
Oh yeah, Sonic 3 was the last one we went. And I think before that it was
We got a couple
Deadpool and
posters. We got a couple posters.
yeah. That was fun.
Um,
And Dutch loves that movie. Oh my gosh.
Sonic
speaking
3.
of
Yes.
speaking of your favorite series, that new one that you said you didn't want to go see in theaters, it is on Paramount Plus now. The animated one.
What?
What are you doing?
Which one?
Battle of
Oh yeah, I know. I have it on my to watch list. I'll watch it eventually.
Rohirrim or whatever.
Yeah, I'll watch it eventually. I've seen some clips here and there, and it kind of looks like it might be good. And it's just a movie; it's not like a full series or anything. If it were a series, I don't know if I could watch it,
Yeah.
but we'll see. I just think that there are different parts of the world that they could explore to make it more to be something interesting.
Then to go back in time and do that.
Yes. Like let's see the rise of Sauron.
So, somebody actually said something about that. They're like, when are we going to see the rise of... And I'm like,
Let's see that battle.
Yeah.
Let's see that.
They kind of did
I
a
would
little bit
love
of
to
it,
see
like the
Similarian. That's what it's called.
They did some of that in the show that they did. I forget what the name of the show was on a
I'll have to
Prime
check it
or
out.
whatever.
They need to revamp it or do something
Yeah.
with it
And-
because I mean I would absolutely love to see that story.
and somebody said that the rise of Sauron, you could do like a trilogy out of that. And I'm like, yeah, you probably
I
could.
mean, you probably could. I don't know if you need to, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind. I will
watch
sit.
it.
Yeah, I'll watch a miniseries on it. I'll
That'd
watch a
be cool.
miniseries on it. That would be great, actually. A limited miniseries. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
I would think so.
Kind of like they did with Harley Quinn and Wednesday and stuff like that, yeah.
Wednesday.
Did you see who was cast as Hagrid?
Mm-hmm.
You
Yes.
excited about that?
I will watch it.
Who is
I will
it?
give it a chance. It's Nick Frost.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's awesome.
That
Huh?
He's awesome.
that sold me. And like,
Nick Frost.
I'm upset with what they done to Snape because
yeah, I know, that's weird.
they
I mean, I don't
they
mean
said
to get
that this
onto
was.
that. I just was thinking about it.
I know. Well, Harry Potter is probably one of my very
Yeah.
first loves, as far as film
Sorry,
goes.
Ryan.
But yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I get on like ranting on you like Dexter.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I do find their choice for Dumbledore really interesting because I'm like, I don't know how to feel about that. It's like,
They said whenever they were making this series that it was going to be book accurate. they are going so far from book accurate
And like
that it's going to be like The Shining, where the piece of shit movie was not as good as the book.
Oh, yeah.
And it's, I
thought the TV series for The Shining was better.
I know, I love it. Absolutely. I have it over here
But
somewhere.
but like John Lithgow is Dumbledore. I'm like, what the fuck? And he goes, this is probably my last role, and it's probably going to be my greatest role. He goes, I'm going to do everything I can because my grandkids told me if I don't, they're going to disown me.
Oh, wow. Does anybody remember like their first horror movie? I know you said that you didn't really watch horror movies, so you kind of...
Right. I remember mine. I was a little older when I first saw mine.
I think Tremors was first one.
Do you count that as a horror movie? I was
It's got the
like,
special effects of a
I
horror
was
movie.
like 10 whenever that first came out. I was laughing my ass off.
It was pretty good.
That movie was awesome.
Yeah. Now my favorite is Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Dream Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. I mean, my personal favorites are the first one and A New Nightmare.
Yeah, I was going to say New Nightmare is probably right up there with it because Ryan and I have talked about it because of the fact that they go meta and like it was just
super
so
cool.
I was
Such
like,
a cool
dude,
concept and executed amazingly.
I was like, I love it.
I don't remember if it's my first horror movie, but I know that it's my first Stephen King movie. It was my introduction to Stephen King. My mom loved that. She was actually recording it. I remember she was recording it in her bedroom, so I would sit and watch it with her.
Dude, that clown was creepy.
It was very creepy back then, but I loved it, and it was kind of my introduction to Stephen King. And now I'm such a fan. I've got several of his books. I have a whole shelf for him.
What cracked me up was Harry Anderson was in it, and I had watched him in Night Court. He was the judge.
Okay,
And
I was going
like,
to say I'm terrible with names. Don't look at me and expect me to know.
That's so vast and like comedy. And I'm like, here you are doing. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, all right.
I actually liked what they did with the remake of It. I thought that they did really well. My mom didn't like it, but I actually thought it was really good.
I didn't like the second part of it. The second part of it.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like the
Really?
second part. No.
Why?
Chapter 2 was, I don't know, it was too much, too weird.
Well,
It just
get ready for Welcome
I don't know.
to Derry.
I thought it was pretty faithful.
Oh, I'm ready to see that actually.
What is it?
Welcome to Derry.
Oh, I know. That's going
looks
to be
good.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're always stretching things out.
Yeah.
No.
Take things from.
This is something Steven wrote.
No, this is this is actually canon. This has everything to do with
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Yes, it has
It's-
everything. If you read the book, it goes into Pennywise's back.
Yeah,
And that's what this is doing?
Huh?
That's what this is doing?
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Oh,
what
I
this
thought it
is
was
doing.
about like
No.
a new generation
This
of kids
is
or something.
actually a part of the book.
It's what is it? The 1800s or is it modern?
Earlier than that.
Okay.
Than that. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
No, it's going to go all the way back to the turtle. It's going to go all the way back to the turtle. Yeah. I'm super excited for it.
He's like the turtle. What?
Oh yeah, you probably have no idea what I'm talking
I
about.
figured the turtle like that floats around with Earth on its back or
Yes,
something.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. It's that theory. It's honestly
I
it's
forget what that's
amazing.
called, but
I know. Well,
There's
in the
there's
book,
some weird
he
kind of
refers to
theory.
it constantly as the turtle.
yeah.
So that's why but oh yeah, oh my gosh, that's probably one
gonna
of
be
my
so
first
cool.
Stephen King books. Was reading it too. Yeah, it was awesome.
That's gonna be cool then.
Oh my gosh,
Well, I'm
I'm
more
looking so
excited for
forward to
it.
it. It's completely canon. It is completely canon. I'm so excited.
It's gonna be awesome. man.
Which is rare for know.
Well, because they leave they leave all of that out of the movie. Because I mean, to be fair, it would be this long. Like it's honestly, the series is going to be phenomenal for it. Sorry,
It's gonna be
I'm
sweet.
excited for it.
You got me excited. For it.
I gotta
I want to see
say-
this even more now.
One of my all-time favorite horror films is 1932's Nosferatu.
The new one just came out on
Yeah.
DVD.
I need to see it.
It's on
I haven't
Peacock,
seen it. It looks good though.
the extended version.
Is it?
Yes.
Good old peacock.
But that and the original Dracula from 33.
Bela
Okay,
Lugosi.
Bela Lugosi.
hipster.
Hey, I grew up you got to remember, I grew up in the time before the internet, so we didn't have the shit that these kids have now.
TJ, you were like
Dude.
5 years older than us.
We grew up too.
And I was
We grew up
I
too.
was like what was I like 8 I think when the internet became public, something like that. But so But
He acts like he's ancient.
I am.
He's literally 5 years older than us.
I'm not even 5 years, dude. I'm
Shut
only
up.
3.
Actually, the other day it was so funny with Dutch. I asked him, or I told him, I said, Dutch, I said, back in my day, I said, whenever I was younger, I said, all we had was like our TV, our
3 channels.
movies,
Books.
our books, or outside. And I mean, that was about it. Play, you know. And
When I got grounded, I read lots of books.
Dutch,
I
Dutch
saw-
looked at me and he was like, that's it? He said, he was like, so confused, you know, he's not gonna understand.
He's never gonna. These
Understand
kids
that-
today will never
get it.
So-
wrap their brains around what we grew up with.
I saw a video the
I
other
think
day.
it's all
Sorry.
been around.
I saw a video the other day and it pissed me off like really bad. They asked the kid, you know, he goes, what would you consider to be ancient or old? And he goes, anybody born around 2000. So I'm like, what the fuck? Am I extinct? I'm like, shit, dude.
It is crazy. Oh my gosh. Well, actually, my Aunt Linda just today, we were talking, she called my mom and me and my mom hung out today. She was like, oh, what was that? Trying to figure out when she retired. She goes, oh, like 15 years ago. She goes, I think that was the 90s. And we started laughing. We started laughing. We're like, no, that was 2010. It was 15 years ago. And she goes, oh my God.
A little bit off, just a little bit.
Here's something really crazy for you to think about. Because what year were you born?
89.
Okay, what year were you?
92.
Okay, so the 3 of us, we're not even 40 yet, and we've lived through 5 different decades.
You just excluded me?
Well, yeah, you only lived through 4.
You were a little baby.
Yeah. But think
Just a
about
little
that.
bit.
We've lived through 5 different decades, and we're not even 40 yet.
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Ryan's like, holy
I
shit.
miss the 90s.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Blew my mind.
Like, I remember growing up in the 90s, and the one thing I wanted to do was be on Double Dare, get slimed,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah,
be,
get
and, be,
slimed.
and be on Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Oh my God, me too.
Now-
So bad. I used to fantasize about it.
Out of all 3 of those, the only one I got to do was fucking get slimed.
Hey, at least you got one.
So
I didn't get any.
I went to this church, and the pastor, he bought, because back then you could buy.
Oh, well, then you didn't get
No, no.
officially slimed by
No.
Nickelodeon.
No, not a nickel, but you could buy the slime and have it sent to you.
Duh.
No, not like what you see in stores and stuff.
TJ, I'm aware you can buy the fucking slime. I'm not an idiot.
So
He's like, no, this specific type of
Nickelodeon
slime.
brand.
he thought he only bought 50 gallons. He bought 5,000 gallons.
I remember you telling me this story.
And so we did it with like super soakers and all kinds of crap, and it was like, dude, this,
They're
is
like, this
awesome.
isn't going fast enough.
Yeah, like
Jeez.
It's a lot.
so
That's
like
crazy.
water balloons, everything we could think of. We put it in a sprinkler system.
Kind of
But
sounds
no,
like fun.
I Legends of the Temple. I was always team Silver Monkeys
How do you remember the team names?
or Silver Snakes. Sorry, orange
That's
iguana,
all.
silver snakes, purple parrots, and green iguanas.
I was a green iguanas. I don't know if it's like my very first theater experience, but it's the very first theater experience I remember. We went and seen the Muppets Treasure Island.
What's going on?
Okay.
I was little. It was
remember the
fun.
Muppets.
It was my first theater experience, and I remember we sat like around the floor. We got in the very front. We sat on the floor, and I honestly think it's because they ran out of tickets, but we begged to still go in and see it, and we didn't mind sitting on the floor.
cool.
But yeah, so
That's pretty sweet.
Isn't that fun?
They let you do that.
Yeah. So that's the first one that I remember.
I remember the first time the film before digital, the film reel burned.
Oh yeah.
Burned. Have anybody experienced that?
I've
Yeah.
never experienced it.
I-
Just the
I don't know.
thunder power outage
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, I watched. It was Vacancy. I was watching the movie, and all of a sudden, it just,
Dude, that was
and I was just like, "Whoa!" I was like, "That's so cool." But I mean, it was a small inconvenience. I mean, we had to wait like I think like 20 to 25 minutes or something before we could see the last like 5 minutes of the movie.
Damn.
Because I didn't know it was the end yet. Because I was just like, what's going on, you know?
You're like, is this part of the movie?
And
Right.
yeah, I stayed, and I was just like, I stayed that long for that. But
And
then,
you're like, this movie sucked.
but then that takes me back to Disturbia, because that was the first
My
time I
favorite.
saw Disturbia, was because vacancy that happened. They gave free passes.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
I went and
that-
saw. I was like, well, if I have it and I'm out here, and I was single at the time, and I was chill, I was just like, might as well.
Might as well.
Hey.
Might as well.
I had gone to see Holes
That was a good
in
movie.
Fairview, and the whole projection system broke. So yeah, we got like 2 or 3 free passes, and I was like, well, this is kind of cool. I'm glad that this shit broke.
Do you remember your first Omnimax movie
Omnimax.
at the Science
Oh
Center?
yeah.
Mine was that movie where the woman was talking about how she it was that woman that lived with the apes and the gorillas
Oh,
and
you're
stuff.
talking about shit. I
Yeah,
had her name in my head.
I remember
Jane
like
Goodall.
actually getting a little sick whenever they were doing the flying over the
Yeah.
jungle scenes because it was so vast. Like it felt like it
Oh.
was almost out of body
Yeah.
for me. And I honestly, it takes a lot for me to be able to sit through an Omnimax movie now.
Yeah, I remember having to look to the side of the screen.
Yeah,
Like they said,
I'd
look
have to
away.
put my head between my legs
yeah.
just to get back to ground.
It was weird.
Mine was, I believe it was about King Tut or it was Titanic, school field trip. And I remember thinking those were both really cool because like the Titanic one, that was like they were the first crew that got like to go down there. I think
Oh, okay.
this is like around the same time as like James Cameron had gotten some of that footage for Titanic. And I remember thinking, I'm like, dude, that's really cool. Like, how did they, like, because I didn't know much about robotic.
Sure. I mean, the science behind
Yeah.
even then was complex.
Yeah, I was like, dude, this is really cool. And then like the King Tut, you know, learning that the kid was like 11 years old when he became king, and
Yep.
it's like
Well, but I mean, that was almost middle age back
Yeah.
then.
now the coolest movie I saw on Omnimax was Ninja Turtles 1.
Okay.
I saw that, it was about a year ago.
What?
Yeah.
Honestly, the next movie that I risked watching in the Omnimax I really wanted to see was it was a documentary about Megalodon.
Oh yeah,
That would have been cool.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a good one. I had to like listen to more than I could watch, but
Yeah.
well, and sometimes they'll play movies that are just slightly bigger, and those are fine. Like I think we went and seen one together. I don't remember what it was, but I know I've been there at least once since we've been together.
Did you ever get to experience the Omnimax theater that they brought to the schools?
No.
They brought an inflatable one.
See, they brought the inflatable for us, but it was always the stars and telling you about the constellation.
We saw
That'd be cool.
Oh, it was awesome. It was
I don't remember
awesome.
ever doing anything like that in my school.
Oh man, they had one of those big tents that the fans would blow it up.
yeah.
Best.
We saw something about Africa or something like that, and I got sick because and they tell you you might get sick
Yeah.
watching this in here, and I'm like,
It's tough watching those.
I got a migraine and I threw up, and I'm like, oh
Yeah,
man.
It's tough. Like I said, I've only risked a few movies in there since.
But it was neat because it was a portable Omnimax theater, so I was like,
That is cool.
yeah. I was like, all right, worth it.
I remember seeing a bunch of stuff. I remember as a kid, I loved the stuff when it felt like you was there. It was
Yeah.
like doing the underwater,
The surround
Oh, yeah.
sound and stuff.
all that. Yeah, that was so much fun. And then the first movie I think I ever watched on an Omnimax screen was I think The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Man, that would be
That'd
cool.
be awesome.
That was
be cool. That would be cool.
That was wild because you were actually like, "Whoa."
Yeah, it feels so big.
We need to take a trip to Chicago area so we can all experience a first for us in theaters. It's near Chicago. I don't know what town exactly, but they have a 4D theater.
Oh shoot!
We've been to many 4D theaters.
I've been to the one at the zoo.
Well, I don't count.
I count that one because it's a 4D theater.
Yeah, they put water on you.
It's a 100% 4D theater.
but, like,
I've also
If it
been to
does
one
the
in.
stuff that happens, yeah.
We went to Universal Studios
Yeah.
and they had a Shrek ride.
yeah.
And that was a 4D theater. I've been to 4D theaters.
Well,
the fuck do you mean first time?
Sorry, but
My first one was Shrek.
Like I don't get to have something cool together. Damn. Like, shit.
Dreams are shattered.
Yeah, I know.
Wrecked.
They're shattered like my freaking left nut.
Oh God.
Oh, no.
What left nut?
Right.
The one that's left.
Yeah.
Sounds
boy.
so painful.
Oh, God,
Oh, boy.
it is. It's horrible. But now, like a buddy of mine, he's seen Fast and the Furious 6, I think it was, when he was in the United States, and he goes, "Dude, so like when the cars are racing and stuff like that, you move with them."
Yeah, it's crazy.
You get
It's crazy.
Like you get splashed with water. Like
Whiplash.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, that you know what? That is the only thing that the 4D theater and the zoo is missing is the moving chairs because
Yeah.
that is something that Shrek had
dang.
that does not.
I thought
You actually needed a seat belt in the one in Shrek.
Yeah.
when we went last year, they were doing something about Antarctica, and I'm like, dude, it's 115 degrees out here. I'm going in this fucking thing and sitting. I don't care. We got splashed with water, and I'm like, dude, this feels great. I'm like, it's like negative 20 in there. Yeah.
Ryan, you got any stories?
Um,
Because I have. What was that one that I was just thinking of? Oh, my first midnight movie was actually Harry Potter: Deathly Hallows 2. Because I'd never really bothered. There weren't many movies that would call me out to midnight showings. Because I was like, I could just. Well, actually, before Ryan, I never deemed it super important.
Yeah.
what's funny is we were probably in the same theater.
Yeah, we were in the
you
same
guys-
theater because
I
I went
went
and
to
seen it
see it.
IMAX, and he went and seen it IMAX the same night. So
Yeah,
we were in the
so-
same
And you were,
theater.
you were
funny.
probably in the same row even.
No, he was much further up front than we were. I actually, we were sitting at the top, right
I
over
just
the
in the
railing.
middle.
I remember exactly where I was
Funny.
sitting in that theater.
Dang.
Yeah. But it's just weird because it's
I
just
went
like
with my siblings.
'cause
What a
when
freak.
when we were talking about that, I was like, man, we could have been easily because I was like, I hit all the midnight shows.
He's going to, when time travel becomes possible, he's going to go back to that moment. Hey, Sarah, where are you?
No,
Shit, there I am.
honestly, it would be cool to like take a little peek.
Yeah, I would definitely want to see how close or how far
Like,
away
to
we were
see
from one
who
another.
was in the just a little peek of who was in the audience.
They're like walking, be like, how do you know my name? I'm like, it's a secret.
No, I wouldn't talk to her. I just want to see.
Say that would mess up time.
I stole the 3D glasses out of
Oh yeah, I never give
because
them back.
they were shaped as Harry Potter's glasses and they
Oh,
were a
cool.
limited edition. Not everybody got them because actually I think one of my siblings had to get one of the regular ones.
Dang.
They're standing
I
there like,
stole them. I was like, I'm
glasses.
not giving these back. I
Alright.
stuffed them in my purse on the way out.
Do you ever give them back? Because I never give back the 3D glasses.
Yeah, I don't
usually do.
feel the need to keep
If
the 3D
they're-
glasses. The only one, like literally the only ones I've ever kept was my Harry Potter ones. I have them sitting upstairs on my thing,
By the way,
on your thing.
my cube thing.
so my mother just found this out and she was shocked. Did you know that the mark on his head is not a lightning bolt? It's the symbol for the spell for Avada Kedavra. She goes, it is. And I'm like, how did
I've
you
never
know?
heard that.
Oh, really? 'Cause
Yeah.
I showed her the video and everything, and she goes, that's crazy. And I'm like, how do you...
The world.
Literally, that's the spell he used. And if you look it up, that's the symbol in Hogwarts Legacies even. And she's like, that's crazy. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I never heard it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
I figured she would have heard that because, you know.
No, I've literally never heard
Yeah.
that before.
And
But now I'm seeing the Reddit thread.
yeah.
Mm.
And
wow.
yeah.
Yeah, because I like to read up on some of the things that J.K. Rowling has released about what happens to certain characters afterwards.
Have you played Hogwarts Legacies yet?
No, it costs money that I don't have yet.
You got a PlayStation 4.
No shit.
Okay. Then eventually I'll have to just sign in so you can play it because, like, I own it.
Well, I don't want to wreck your progress.
I've already beat it, but I haven't played it on PS4 because I have the PS4 and PS5 edition because
Okay.
I got it for like $60.
Are you going to give that to me just like the eggs?
Actually, I did have the eggs for you, but then we didn't do this and they went bad. I'll see if they can bring me some. I can go get more this week because the chickens are laying more eggs now.
Okay.
I warn you
Chickens
though,
are laying more.
some of
Just
them,
let us know.
some of them won't be chicken eggs. They'll be some duck eggs, and those bastards are huge.
Oh, that's fine.
Cool.
My mom's husband, he'd never had duck eggs and cracked one. He goes, "Holy crap!"
Yeah, I know they're bigger.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a ostrich egg?
Duck egg.
Some
The
bitches
big
are
ones.
huge.
They're big.
Flintstones.
That's what I was thinking
Pterodactyl
too.
Yeah.
egg.
That's so weird. That's exactly what I was thinking. That's so weird.
You know what's crazy is I can remember even my first Blu-ray experience.
Really? What was your
Whenever-
first Blu-ray?
Whenever that was starting to become a thing and everything looked picture perfect, clear, and I got a TV, the player, everything. The first movie I watched, The Dark Knight,
Of course.
on Blu-ray.
One of the, I think the first movie I saw in theaters, because I don't think it was Lion King or anything like that. I want to say it was T2 Judgment Day.
Ooh.
It's because me and my brother went and seen it, and I think that might have been the first because that was in '92, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'd have been about 5, and he was a big Terminator fan, so I think that might have been the first movie I saw in theaters.
Yeah, we never got to see it in theaters because we were too young. But whenever the 25th anniversary came out, her and
Oh,
I
yeah.
went together and
It
we
was
saw it in
awesome.
3D and everything.
I think that was. Did that come out before or after Dark Fart? That's what he likes to call it.
Yeah,
Dark
she's not Dark Fate.
Oh,
You literally call it Dark Fart. That you only refer to it as Dark Fart. How did you forget your
Because-
own name?
He was thinking of
Wasn't
Art. He was
connected
thinking of
to-
Fart.
I was too.
He was thinking of Fart the Clown.
no.
Was he just all red?
Oh, my. Woo.
I'm like, dude, come on. When we watched it with Eric, that's what you kept calling it. The Dark Fart.
The dark part.
Our
But-
first date.
Yes.
What was our first date?
That one movie.
Logan.
We were so fresh.
That-
We were
that's why he
pretending
cried
it
as a
wasn't a
bitch.
date. We were pretending it wasn't a date. But
I
we
just
went
knew
and seen Logan.
I just knew she was a huge
I am a
Hugh Jackman fan
big
and a huge
Wolverine.
Wolverine fan too.
Ah,
It's probably one of the better superheroes.
oh my gosh.
Spe-
They weren't kidding in Deadpool and Wolverine that he was a core.
Speaking of, that genre and that, did you see the announcement made yesterday?
it's going to be a Doomsday. I'm so excited. I'm so
What?
excited.
Lo-
Oh my God.
Loki. Alan Cummings coming back as Nightcrawler. Channing Tatum is Gambit. The original Magneto, the original.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm like, yes.
Yep.
You know,
sweet.
you know
Which-
what really sucks about all that stuff coming out and everybody just has the internet in their hands and they can find out everything is you just can't. Everybody already knows before you tell them.
Who gives a shit? I'm still excited.
No, because I like to tell Sarah new things. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's new, and she'll be like, oh yeah, I already saw that, or she'll be like, you want to show me something?
Well,
I'm like, I already saw that.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
but
Like,
just
just
think
like
about this though.
I like the surprise. Of
You know?
it. Oh, you haven't.
Sarah got surprised just 5 minutes ago with that, interesting fact about Harry Potter, and we have the internet in our hands. She didn't know it.
You didn't know you had internet in your hands?
No, that's not
But
What the heck?
so, do you remember the first DVD you ever got?
No.
I remember it like it was
I remember
yesterday.
what musical CD was the first one I ever
I
got.
remember my
That's
first
what
CD,
I call music,
but not my DVD.
Actually, I do remember
You
my
would.
first
You
DVD.
would.
I remember.
Yep. I'm
I
sure.
remember. It's
Probably an Arnold movie.
That's what I was thinking.
Damn,
She
she
right?
called
Yep.
it. She
Big surprise.
Called it. The 6th day was my
That was a good
first
one.
DVD.
That was
My
a good
first
one.
DVD.
Divid.
And what's funny, before that even came, before DVD and all that stuff was big and everything. We didn't have a DVD player. But we did have a computer that took this.
Oh yeah, I used to watch movies from your computer. Yeah.
So
I remember that.
I do too.
So my first DVD, I didn't buy it because at that point in time, DVDs were retardedly expensive.
Don't use that word. We can use another word.
Dude.
Why do we got to be PC?
Well,
Okay,
We're
it's
going to be
it's
respectful.
Hey, I've got mental problems. I don't care
I
about
think the word's funny. I don't know. It makes me laugh.
okay, they were ridiculously expensive.
There you go.
They were like, DVDs were like $90 and $100 back then.
No,
What?
Hey,
Where were you buying
No.
DVDs at,
anytime
man?
I ever saw them, they were like,
where were you buying DVDs,
but
dude?
so the first DVD I ever got, I got it when I got a pizza from Pizza Hut,
Oh shit!
and it was Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Yeah, I remember when they were giving out DVDs with their.
And yeah, and by far one of the worst movies.
Do you guys remember when Netflix first came out and it
Oh,
was
yeah.
DVDs?
Yes.
They were sending them
I
for the mail.
still-
To the mail.
And
I
games.
still remember the very first DVD I rented from Netflix.
Oh gosh.
It was the movie May. Have you guys ever seen it?
Uh-uh.
It is. I don't want to say that it's probably independent. I'm not positive, but it did not get the hype that it deserved. This
was good?
woman is she takes body parts and she puts them back together. So it's kind of like the female version of Frankenstein. It's so good.
Sounds pretty cool.
It is so good. I loved it.
Oh,
I watched it a lot before I sent it back.
Do you remember Gamefly?
Nope. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I cannot believe
My
that's
brother
still a
had it.
thing.
Yeah.
My brother
Is it?
had it for a
Yeah.
while. I don't know if he still does or not, but he had it for a while.
Yeah, like I'm like in this day and age, it's still widely used. I'm like,
Yeah.
Dude, I remember how excited I was. Just like, man, how cool would it be to be able to connect to my friend from here to there? You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
I remember
uh,
wanting to be able to do that so bad, and then you get it, and then we're all taking advantage of it because now we're not checking in on each other. And we're not, you know.
so this might sound very odd, but do you remember the first time you ever accessed porn?
Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Because I just had the thought of the first time that I found out that porn was but in the back room of Family Video.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember like sneaking back there just to see because I was like, no way, that's probably where they just keep the really scary
no.
movies. And I walked in there, I was like, ugh.
This is adults only.
So I was 6 years old and my mom come into the living room and I'm sitting there watching Showtime.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
And this is in like 91.
Oh my
Had a
gosh.
spicy channel on.
I wasn't allowed to have cable for like 10 years.
There was one
Never
time
watched TV again.
whenever I worked at Hit and Run, I would work the night shift. Sometimes I wouldn't even get home until like 1:30 in the morning. There was one time I came home. No, do not stop. Do not stop me. I didn't even know who you were at this time.
No, you told me this
But
story.
yeah, I probably have. So I pulled up to the house and somebody's watching porn in their living room.
shit.
And we have giant picture windows
Windows?
like the ones we have in our living room. We have
no.
big, and I was like, what the fuck? So I was kind of afraid to even go inside. And I go inside, nobody's in the living room, nobody's even awake. And I'm like, what is going on? So I shut off the TV, still like, what did I just witness? Like, what did I just witness? Turns out my little brother Eric was watching a movie on HBO
Oh, no.
and went to bed and forgot to shut off the TV.
So it wasn't.
So
Okay.
nobody was
I was just saying, so it wasn't
watching
like
porn in the living room.
So
it was just bad timing.
here's something really great.
That would have
for
given
you.
me a heart attack. I
So-
wouldn't have
I
went in.
was so nervous to walk in the house. I was like, I made as
wouldn't
much
have gone
noise
in.
as I could.
She thought she was going to see her stepdad and they're cranking it or something.
I didn't want to see anybody
So-
in that living room.
So
I was relieved when there was
In,
nobody.
in 2001, this is back before wireless. This is, I think DSL had just started. So like, slightly better internet than dial-up, which don't even get me started on that. So we're in the library at the high school that I was going to. And they said, open subject. It was English class. Write, a 5-page essay. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to write about, what kids today like to do. So I'm like, I type in Google, teens today, and it sends me to some freaking porn site called teenstoday.com. And I was like, holy shit, what is this?
Oh no!
Damn,
And
bro.
I look over at the teacher. I said, hey, I don't know what this is, but I shouldn't.
The firewall should have picked that up.
No, it didn't.
You would think, right?
Oh my gosh!
She's like, how did you? I don't even have an answer to that. I don't even know it.
Oh my gosh!
She goes, what'd you type in? I said, teenstoday.com.
Whenever we were younger, we didn't have the internet at home. We would walk up to our public library where you could sit on the computer for like an hour at a time, longer if nobody was in line.
Yep.
Oh no, I lost the. What was I? What? Oh my gosh! What was it?
Internet and
Oh no!
libraries.
I remember. I'm sorry. I came in one time and I overheard the librarians talking about having to kick out a grown ass adult wanking it to porn in the computer.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not like it was like a separate computer room. It was smack dab in the middle of the library.
Horrible.
Um,
I have a story where my friend one time rented porn from my mom's they got a bill one day and my mom was like, why do we got all
From
this?
your direct TV.
Yeah. An old friend ordered it and was wanking it while I guess I was sleeping and he was bored.
Oh my
But,
god.
my first introduction to porn is kind of a dark one. It was an unfortunate one because I stumbled upon it because of my own dad, because he left his tapes lying around. I'm a film guy,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and there was a tape that wasn't labeled,
Yeah.
you know, and I put it in, and I got my first glimpse, and I think that was probably. Man, dude, this is young,
Yeah,
like
just think
4,
about it.
5, 6.
Yeah.
You were
That's
watching the
his
same
age.
stuff that got your dad off. How weird is that?
Ugh.
No, it was just weird
That's what I'm
to
saying.
Yeah.
like. That's how I was discovered, and then it's like that led to so many like bad,
Unhealthy thoughts. Mm-hmm.
unhealthy thoughts and bad relationships because I was just like, that's how it is.
Well, you were just so young. You shouldn't have been.
Exposed,
to that.
right?
Yeah,
Does anybody remember their very first favorite movie?
Oh, yeah, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
It's always probably been the first one. The Fellowship of the Ring. Yeah, that's probably always been my first one. That's like the first real movie I actually saw. Like, as opposed to like teen kid movies and stuff.
I remember when you came over with a VHS of that.
That's where I
Brought
saw
that
it.
bad boy over. You came over and was like, let's watch this
It
bad
was,
boy.
I guess they played it on like TNT and recorded it off of that or something, or like maybe bought it or something.
Yeah.
And then recorded it. But yeah.
I think
Pretty
mine
cool.
was Jurassic Park.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Love Jurassic
Ooh.
Park.
Jurassic Park. It's a good one.
Yeah, honestly, in that area of my memory, Jurassic Park, The Mummy, and Independence Day were like top tier for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dinosaurs in Jurassic Park were scary when I was younger.
Oh my gosh, they were
Terrifying.
great. My mom, I actually loved the movie. I didn't consider it a horror movie, but one time I was talking to my mom about it. She goes, "Yeah, you loved that horror movie. I don't know what your thing was." I was like, "That's not a horror movie. I don't consider that horror. I guess I
Yeah.
consider it like a monster flick. I guess almost, but
Kinda.
not necessarily horror."
I just hope that
was
this
a little
new
scary.
Jurassic Park is gonna be
Making another one?
yeah, it's coming out
Damn.
next year.
Chris Pratt gonna be in it?
No, it's Scarlett Johansson and a few others. It's called Jurassic Park Rebirth.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's gonna be interesting for sure. Those are the first timers.
First timers?
The first time that I saw the 13 Ghosts, I think that became one of my favorite movies, but it actually scared me so bad whenever the jackal came on for the first time. I actually screamed and ran out of the room for a minute.
Oh,
I remember seeing that at your house too. That was another scary movie that you got me to watch.
Saw was a good one.
Saw was phenomenal.
Whenever I watched that for the first time, I was upstairs in my attic by myself and everything, and I'm just sitting there watching it. And then whenever he gets up at the very end, dude, I was like, it fucking creeped me out. Dude. I was looking around. Dude, that threw me off, man. I remember first time watching Saw, dude, that threw me off so bad.
Because you didn't expect it laying there the
You
whole
know,
movie.
Yeah.
I think back to that movie, that's a horrible day for him, and if you look at his phone, you're going to realize that,
you've already-
the next day for him is going to be even worse than
Yeah,
that.
you've brought it up.
Oh, yeah.
Because the date on his phone is
yeah.
September 10th.
Yeah.
It's like I said, 13 Ghosts was probably the first movie that actually freaked me out. But the second movie was actually my first time watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It actually scared me so bad I fell out of my chair. And I'll never forget, I heard my mom, because right after it scared me, like everything was quiet. And I hear my mom go upstairs, go, and that's why you are not allowed to sit down there and watch it with her.
Oh, damn.
I'll never forget her, because I think Eric, my little brother, wanted to come down and watch it with me because I'd already traumatized him with Darkness Falls.
Yeah.
He's threatening to make Dutch watch it. I know he never actually would, but
Which, speaking of, Dutch just lost his first tooth.
yeah,
Everybody.
he just lost his first tooth.
Lost
His
his
other
first
tooth is already poking through.
Lost his
It's like
first
I'm
tooth.
seeing his little gums for the first time again.
Oh, my God.
Big boy, man.
I was terrified to put that dollar underneath his bed. I was like,
Will he wake up or something?
yes, because you never know what you're going to get with him. He's either going to be like Ryan or like me.
Like when they wake up?
Yes. I wake up every single time. There are a lot of times, like last night, whenever you came in the bedroom, or no, that was this morning, whenever you came in the bedroom, I woke up, but I stayed laying down so that you didn't feel bad for waking me up. So a lot of the
Well,
times,
now he feels bad because you're telling him.
well, sorry.
It's over now.
It's literally, it's nothing anybody can help. It's literally, I'm just that light of a sleeper.
I feel bad right now because I'm just like thinking about my little man, looking at him on the monitor here.
He's
And whenever I was putting him down for bed tonight, man, he said, Daddy, hold my hand. He said,
You know,
That's so
he said I
funny.
can't sleep without you hold my hand. So we just sat there.
He knows he can work Dad.
and
He doesn't try that crap with me because he knows.
so
So he
That's
fell
funny.
asleep with,
So you'll know better.
and then I just kind of slowly like work my hand out. But
talking about first, what's the first stupidest movie you've ever seen?
The one that comes to my mind first is Drag Me to Hell.
The remake?
That movie was so damn dumb.
yeah,
I was so disappointed because I love supernatural horror movies. I love them. They are my bread and
The
butter.
best part about that whole movie is when he got bit by the goat.
That was the stupidest fucking movie I'd ever seen in my life. I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
I'll go right in same tier with that one, and he might look at me really meanly, but Super Mario Brothers.
Honestly,
What?
I will cherish that movie as just a fun movie from from my
That
childhood.
was so damn dumb.
Oh, the live action one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I
mean,
don't
it's-
fully remember it, but still.
Oh, you should watch it now. Then you'll really.
I don't want to
It's-
tarnish the childhood love of it.
But now, my all-time favorite dumbest movie because it was so bad, and I've watched it as an adult. Masters of the Universe.
I don't think I've ever seen
That
that.
movie was so corny.
they're getting ready to.
Oh,
They just
yeah.
dropped a tease of what
Yeah.
it looks like. Not the full character, just the sword and muscles.
Does it look good?
Have you ever seen Devil?
I don't know.
Of course.
Where they're in the
good.
elevator?
There's
I like that movie.
many reasons why I'm terrified of being in an elevator. That's one of them.
Dude, that movie pissed me off because I knew who the bad guy was before the damn movie even came out.
I had a suspicion. I'm actually
What was
really
you
good
saying?
at picking out like red herrings. It pisses
What's going
Ryan off
on?
because I'll lean over and I'll tell him my theory. And he's like, how do you know that? How do you know that? Did you watch it? He's accused me of watching movies before him because I'm so accurate at picking up the red herrings.
Someone mentioned the devil, so I just said, fucking big devil down.
That's where I was coming from. I was so confused.
Somebody said devil.
The devil.
It's a movie. It's about the
Oh, him.
I was
it's
talking
about
the
the movie.
elevator movie.
The
So I
M. Night
said-
Shyamalan movie.
So I said, big devil down.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to do the bit from freaking Harold and Kumar.
For the
Oh, look at me, there goes everywhere. Hey, Jesus.
Hey,
What?
hey,
Or no,
Randy.
Hey, Randy.
What?
What? Devil. Huh? The devil's everywhere.
You know what makes me love that bit is because it's Christopher Milani.
He's so funny. He's like, oh, devils everywhere.
You know, Detective Stabler from Law and Order.
No,
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
not Law and Order guy.
What was I gonna say? Nah, you'll probably think I'm weird for this,
Oh, trust me.
but one of my
We already think you're weird, don't worry.
one of my guilty pleasure films, because I just love it, is Leonardo DiCaprio's version of Romeo and Juliet.
That movie was garbage.
That movie was funny as shit.
That movie was
bad.
garbage.
I'm
I
so-
don't remember it at
Dude,
all.
Made us watch it in
I'm
school.
sorry. I
It was so
laughed my
horrible.
butt off at it because it was so bad. Because, like, you had, again, you had a Mexican playing an Italian in John Leguizamo. It's like Super Mario Brothers all over again.
I don't really have like guilty pleasure movies because honestly, even like because I'm shamelessly a dork. So
Yeah,
Guilty pleasure, Jason X for sure.
terrible movie.
Freddy versus
It's a
Jason.
horrible movie, but I still get the guilty pleasure. Batman and Robin's a guilty pleasure.
Hey, that movie was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Well,
you're right. Because, dude, that's another good first time. I remember when my mom took me to see Batman and Robin for the first time, and we went to that theater that is now demolished in Alton.
The one that they
Oh,
turned
yeah.
into a gun range or something.
No,
it's like
no,
a
not
parking
that
lot.
one.
It's just a
the
empty
original
lot.
Alton Theater.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and we went to go see that, and they were giving out. They had like little
Yeah.
pins under your seats, and I remember they said if you have something under your seat, you'll receive a Batman pin, and I was like, oh, I don't have one, and my mom looked around and she found one, and she was like,
Your mom would burn the world for you.
yeah, she says we got one.
Isn't it where that church is now or something like that? 'Cause,
No, it's still an empty lot.
oh, is it?
Yes.
Yeah,
it
dude,
is.
he was just sitting there.
It's been knocked
Yeah,
down
I
for like
remember-
ever.
I remember my mom taking me to see that for the first time, and it's like, I couldn't imagine what she was thinking at the time, but for me, as like you think a 7 or 8 year old
Yeah.
boy watching that movie for the first time in the theater, I'm just like, I mean, I was
And, you know,
having a
seeing Nicole-
ball, man.
Yeah,
Especially
is
since
it-
I loved Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then everything else, I was just like, it was so much fun.
The Iceman
Such a good movie
cometh.
too. I could see that being a guilty pleasure movie.
Yeah,
I just
so-
found my guilty pleasure movie. The Happening. Nobody
Oh, yeah,
likes that
Marky
movie
Mark.
for some reason, and I
hell?
thought it was amazing.
What the hell is that?
Really?
Stupid.
It's a good movie. It is a fun. It,
It's M.
it
Night
is an
Shyamalan.
interesting.
good.
It's an interesting
I
concept.
don't even
I
know
like
what
it.
it is.
The plants attack us.
Yes, I
It's
mean,
really cool.
if you think about it, how plausible is that?
Probably pretty plausible.
Yeah. We
Scary, bro.
just are stronger than. But if it ever does happen to where they release that hormone that powerful, and I mean, it would
think
have to be
about it.
very powerful.
They ain't got it.
Hey,
This ain't Dragon Ball Z. You can't. Super Saiyan.
from what I understand, Sarah's pretty good at making a hormone.
What if the grass goes Super
Gotcha.
Saiyan? You know,
The grass goes super.
yeah,
A blade of grass.
yeah.
Dude, you're saying that, all I'm hearing in my head is Dragon Ball Z abridged. Perfect Cell versus Ugandan Knuckles. I don't know why that's
Ugandan.
playing in my head as you're talking. He's like, I will go Super Saiyan on your ass, and I will sing the song of my people. Ebola!
Alrighty then.
It's supposed to be Knuckles, but they call them it's Ugandan Knuckles. I can't-
He's losing his mind. Another guilty pleasure, Crank.
I love
I
Crank.
like Crank too. I'm a big Jason Statham fan, though.
I didn't know that was
He
supposed to
can
be
do
a
no
Emergency
wrong
is
in
new
my.
movie.
I didn't know that was supposed to be a
The
guilty
Working
pleasure.
Man.
I want to see it too.
What's
That's
that?
pretty good.
The Working Man. Beekeeper
Yes.
was so.
Yeah, that's what I think it's gonna be a lot like
Wrecking
this
Man
movie.
is out now.
The Working
Is it?
Man
Just came
is
out.
fucking epic.
Yeah, I
You
mean
went
it's
and saw
Jason
it?
Statham.
You did?
He did.
I did. Bill called me at the last second. Goes, dude, you want to go see it with me?
Man, why you guys see? You guys forget about me.
No.
It didn't sound like they forgot.
You guys never
Jerks.
reach out just to say, "Hey, we're gonna go see the Wrecking Man."
Hey,
You guys did one time, but it was with another movie.
I know.
forget.
And you said on Thursdays you can't make it. Well, although maybe now you can because she's not working at the convenience store.
I
That
still
part-
got 1 week
Oh,
next
so,
week.
so you wouldn't have been able to go. It was Thursday.
Oh, here's the shining right here.
Yeah, see? It's not that we forgot, it's we know that you, and that was the only day he was able to go see it.
Well, no.
Oh,
After next week, that won't be a problem.
I'm seeing another guilty pleasure movie of mine,
What?
the Wishmaster series.
Those movies are fantastic.
I love them.
Those should not be counted as a guilty
Well,
pleasure.
people-
Those
Yeah.
movies are widely
They're
People
loved.
great.
thought
They are
sucked.
great. The
Huh?
first two are
I know,
great.
I know, but what, you didn't like 4?
No, I said the first two are great.
4 was great.
They were all good, but
Prophecy
the first
Fulfilled?
2 were the best.
I thought Prophecy Fulfilled was better than
Yeah.
all of them.
Honestly, I'm a big fan of Tremors 4 too. A lot of people didn't like that one because it's a flashback
I don't
prequel.
remember
I
that
liked. Honestly, I like
interesting.
I love all the Tremor movies. No matter how bad they are, they are probably my biggest guilty pleasure. I love the Tremors.
Yeah, they're fun.
They're digging them into the ground.
Gummer.
Yeah. He's the one carrying the series now.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
All of that.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty
Michael
cool.
Gross is carrying Tremors at this point.
I love it.
I wish that they would have. I'm still so sad that they didn't release the Kevin Bacon show. Just release it. Let me see it. I need it.
Kevin Bacon.
I need it.
You know, the first midnight movie that I saw with my driver's license to close us out.
Let me guess. Batman
Nope.
something.
With my driver's license to be able to drive myself to the theater was Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith.
Hey.
And that's coming out
Yep, I was
next
just getting ready to
month
say
for
that.
the 20th anniversary, which makes me feel freaking old. But honey, I'm gonna want to go see that in the theater.
Hell yeah,
I
dude.
know you'll
Be
go.
cool.
You can go. You can go.
I gotta experience.
I have no interest, but you can go.
I gotta experience Revenge of the Sith again.
AMC's going to do it in IMAX.
Are they?
Yeah.
Honestly,
Ooh.
That'd
The
be cool.
1, 2, and 3 are just not
didn't like
good.
them?
They're good.
prequels?
They're okay.
2
They're
is,
okay.
no, 2 is horrible.
As a man, I can
What?
relate.
Attack of
I
the
can
Clones
relate
was
to.
awesome.
I can relate deep down. I
The
can relate
original
down.
3, I literally grew up on. My mom was a big fan of them. I
Mm-hmm.
literally grew up on them. So watching what they did, I mean, it was cool to see like the updated like effects and stuff, but it just
Yeah.
didn't hold up over time like the original trilogy
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, but
I
you got to
guess.
think outside of that. Their performances. I mean, Hayden
No, their
Christensen's
performances
was
were great. Yeah,
love
it was
Hayden
the
Christensen.
story.
And then bringing him back and Obi-Wan Kenobi and seeing all that for the first time again is just like so amazing to watch that on the show when they doled
Yeah.
it out. And then whenever he walked away from him because he referred to him as, Anakin and Skywalker and stuff like that. And then whenever Darth told him Anakin is dead, and then when he was walking away and he goes, all right, it's true then, my friend is really dead. He's like, I'll see you later, Darth.
Hmm.
And then the next time you see him is in A New Hope when they reconnect the characters.
Yeah.
So it's just like that series was the bomb, bro.
I like
It was not done well if you watch it episode by episode,
Mhm.
but I showed Sarah the movie. Somebody edited like a
Oh,
movie
yeah.
version of
Dude,
it.
yeah, we
And
watched
it's
that.
so much better.
Oh yeah. You showed me that.
It's
Like
it
so
was
much
mashed it
better.
all together.
Yeah.
It cuts out all like the filler crap.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was really good
I still
actually.
like the filler. That's where it comes with the lore from the back, like the background
Yeah.
lore comes in.
I
It's all
haven't
in the
seen
filler.
it, so but somebody cut out a lot of it, and honestly, you couldn't tell anything was missing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
and
I
then,
see.
and not only that, but they added in because they didn't use any of John Williams' score
Mhm.
throughout, and so that final battle they brought back
Yeah.
his
Do you-
score
Okay.
and during that battle.
Do you still have all of our messages on Messenger?
Yeah.
Because you sent it to me on Messenger so you could show it to him.
Oh, that's gonna be so far back. He can
Oh.
just look at his history or saved videos.
You
or
never
whatever.
seen it?
Just click in the media files.
You never seen it?
Yeah.
I'll have to
I
show
don't
it
think
to you.
so.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, you should honestly watch it. You should give it a shot.
I'll check it out.
I got it.
Because I mean, I'm honestly one for story. That's why I didn't mind that The Hobbit was 3 movies. Like a lot of
Yeah.
people were pissed off about it, but I liked the story.
Mhm.
You'll like it.
Okay. Yeah, because I like
That's good.
You won't. It doesn't feel like you're gonna be missing anything.
No, not at all. Not at all. So, anybody got any Saying when I say close the night.
Nope, I think I covered all the most important first.
I don't mean I guess kind of negative. I don't know.
Don't end it on a negative note.
I don't mean to, but before we got on here, I saw apparently a Disneyland employee for 6 years at Disneyland has been working there. Has been secretly taking videos of underskirts of kids.
Wow.
I
For
can see
6
that.
years, and he's got over, and they
Ew.
found him, and he's got over 500 videos.
Blech.
And I just wanted to call out those disgusting people, and not only that, but he was caught once, and I guess never caught again. But they let him stay.
Once should have been enough.
I know, but yeah, apparently he's got over 500 videos, this and that.
Ew.
I just saw the video of a news break out there, and I was just like, that is disgusting. Somebody working out there, and they're getting paid to just sit there, and it's just, I'm sorry, guys, but I just saw that, and it's just disgusting.
Yeah, that's gross.
Disgusting people.
That is pretty bad.
So,
But disgusting people go to hell, and I'm little Nicky, and I love y'all.
Okay.
I love y'all.
you say talking about Disneyland. Don't ever go to Disneyland and ever getting hurt because you can't sue Disney.
Oh yeah.
You want to know why?
Because of the Disney Plus.
Yeah. If you signed up for Disney Plus ever, you cannot legally sue them
Wow.
for
Good
anything.
thing we didn't.
Dang.
We used my brother's account.
There you go.
Oh, don't come after us. Don't come after us. And on that note, it was
Yep,
good,
it's
it
time.
was a good fun night.
I'm sore
Thank
already.
you for joining us.
This has been Real Talk After Dark, and I miss doing this shit after the song goes off. So, woo!
Last time,
Fart
Sarah
the clown.
interrupted this part. Sarah interrupted this part last time. Sarah
No.
interrupted. If you watch the whole vlog, you'll hear it at the end.